This video looks really interesting. I don't know that I want to watch another video, but I might save this. What is this? Is this a dinosaur? Isn't this the ocean? Okay, I have to watch it. It's 10 river monsters that will keep you out of the water, and it is a ocean creature in the ocean with a T-Rex head?
What could be lurking in those dark waters? These are just a few questions that might pop into your head. So, once you have that in mind,
certainly not velociraptor marlins.
Here we will show you 10 monstrous river creatures that roam all the waters of the world.
That's a bit of a wordy title, but okay.
Number 10, Arapaima.
That's just a real,
also known as one of the world's largest freshwater fish species. These
my god, it'll keep you out of the water. As two people pet its head.
Giants can grow up to 15 feet long and weigh up to 440 pounds.
Oh my
fish that big have not been reported for many years.
Oh my god, there's
more
3 of them. Oh my god, more
6 feet
people
long
touching
and
them.
200 pounds. Fierce predators, they can also use short bursts of speed to leap out of the water to grab birds and even small
It's just been non-stop footage of people playing with, feeding, and touching them while talking about them as a river monster that'll keep you out of the water.
Mates from low-hanging trees.
They
Number
look polite.
9, electric eel. Despite the serpentine appearance, electric eels are not actually eels.
Wow,
Their
you don't
scientific
say?
classification is closer to carp and catfish.
Whoa.
These famous freshwater predators.
They're not that either, but okay.
They live in
He did say phylogenetically closer, and I guess I can't argue that electric eels are closer to catfish than they are to eels, but
murky streams, and they have long cylindrical bodies and flattened heads and are generally dark green or grayish on top with yellowish coloring underneath.
It's true. Fish are surprisingly easy to stun. They're very susceptible to being stunned by either blunt force or by electricity or literally anything.
Human deaths from electric eels are extremely rare. However, multiple
Extremely
shocks
rare?
can
Has
cause
it ever
respiratory
happened?
or heart failure, and people have been known to drown in shallow waters after a stunning jolt. Number 8, Goonch catfish.
Goonch! There's no shot that that is a goonch. Goonch don't have that pattern, right? I mean, I guess it does look like a goonch otherwise, so maybe there are goonch with that pattern.
Goonch catfish is one of the largest catfish in the world.
Well, maybe they do. I've never noticed that.
Goonch catfish is one of the
Goonch aren't a
largest...
uniform color. I've never noticed that. Those dark blotches under the fins, the dorsal fins. That's interesting.
The Kali River Goonch attacks were a series of fatal attacks on humans claimed to have been perpetrated by man-eating Goonch catfish.
Genuinely, probably the most people killed. Well, maybe not. Okay, sharks are the most people killed, most definitely. And then probably stonefish. And then probably Goonch catfish.
3 villages on the
as far as confirmed deaths go.
banks of the Kali River in India between 1990.
And just to be clear, it's not very many of any of those. None of those have caused very many deaths, even the sharks. But if you had to rank them by like most confirmed kills.
Hogan said, according to ancient legend, it's developed taste for humans. The tradition in certain parts of India is when someone dies, they build a funeral over the river and then cremate the body.
What does develop a taste for humans mean? Like they opportunistically ate dead bodies that people threw into the river as part of, you know, funeral rituals? Sure, that makes sense. What that's what acquiring a like. Do you think that they then taught their little Goonch babies to eat the people? Like, I don't understand what that means. How would a fish gain a liking for a taste of a certain thing, and then how would they know that the swimming like thing in the river that they attacked and dragged down is the same as the thing that, you know, floated dead that they ate? Like, I don't know what that means. I feel like acquired a taste for is just a way of like mongering fear for certain things.
It has a flattened body and these long kind of wispy fins. It is able to sit on the bottom even in really fast flowing water, said Hogan. Number 7, giant freshwater stingray.
Oh, Jesus, that transition was so fast. Give me a second.
Giant freshwater stingray may be the world's largest freshwater fish. These ancient fish, little changed over many millions of years, can reach 16.5 feet long.
Those aren't freshwater
There are
stingray.
reports of giant stingrays weighing up to 1,300 pounds.
That's not
Though
a
such accounts
freshwater
are not
stingray.
verified because weighing the enormous
Actually, maybe
and
it is.
awkward animals are very difficult. Brown to gray in color, the
That
giant stingrays are
is a
wide
giant
and flat in
freshwater
form, and they
stingray.
sport long
Holy
whip-like
shit.
tails. Although stingrays do not readily attack humans, they are one of the few megafishes that can pose a real danger to those who handle them.
What is a
Each ray has a
megafish?
sharp barb on the base of its tail that can easily penetrate human skin and bone, much like a hunting arrow. This stinger can be as long as 15 inches and typically introduces
As people literally grab and run their hand down it. That's
toxins
crazy.
to the victim's wound. The giant freshwater stingray is classified as endangered, and there are indications that stingray numbers have dropped dramatically in recent years as the fish's river habitats have degraded. While an understudied but relatively healthy population exists in the upper part of the Cambodian section of the Mekong River, it appears the rays no longer inhabit some parts of their historical range. On the Mekong River in Thailand, cyanide-containing waste discharged from an ethanol plant in 2016 killed at least 70 giant stingrays, with few large rays having been seen there since.
Okay.
Number 6, the green anaconda.
What? The transitions are just so rough. Green anaconda.
Member of
Okay.
the boa family, South America's green
Anacondas
anaconda
are scary,
is pound for
probably.
pound. The green anacondas can grow to more than 29 feet, weighing more than 550 pounds. and
Anacondas are
measure
not
more than
scary.
12
Anacondas
inches
don't
in
kill
diameter.
people. I am not educated on snakes, reptiles, amphibians in general, so I will make no comments as to the danger or non-danger of snakes. I'm here to comment on the fish and sometimes whales.
Diameter. They are cumbersome on land, but stealthy and sleek in the water. Their eyes and nasal openings are on the top of their heads,
They
allowing
do
them
look
to lay in wait
badass.
for prey while remaining nearly completely
Anacondas are
submerged.
sick.
They reach their monumental size on a diet of wild pigs, deer, birds, turtles, capybara, caimans, and even jaguars.
That's fucking
Anacondas
crazy.
Are
That
non-venomous
they eat
constrictors,
caimans
coiling their muscular
jaguars
bodies around captured
and
prey
deer.
and squeezing until the animal asphyxiates. Jaws, attached by stretchy ligaments, allow them to swallow their prey whole, no matter the size, and they can go weeks or months without food after a big meal. Number 5, giant otter. This South American otter is the world's largest at some 6 feet.
Most people, like a lot of people's most, what they would consider the cutest animal, right after the anaconda.
They also have webbed feet, water-repellent fur to
Aw.
keep them dry and warm,
Wow.
and nostrils.
He looks so dangerous. Look at him menacingly holding that fish that he caught. How dare he?
Number 4, Mekong catfish.
But how? Okay.
The Mekong giant catfish has very low-set eyes, which gives a slightly sorrowful appearance. They are distinguished from other large catfish species by their near total lack of barbels or whiskers.
Are
as
these
well
Mekong giant catfish or are these iridescent sharks? These look like aquarium-going iridescent sharks.
as by the absence of teeth. The Mekong giant catfish has
Now
one of
that's
the
a Mekong.
fastest growth rates of any fish in the world. Overfishing is the primary cause of the giant catfish's decline, but damming of Mekong tributaries, destruction of spawning and breeding grounds, and siltation, a process by which water becomes
That's a
dirty with
red-tailed
fine mineral
catfish.
particles, have also taken a huge toll. Number 3, white sturgeon.
What?
The white sturgeon is the
A sturgeon has never even come. I don't even think a sturgeon has so much as ever scratched a person unless you literally purposefully ran your hands against its spines. That's crazy.
largest and
But
longest.
it's white? Oh, fair enough. I literally pet a sturgeon like 2 months ago. So did Soph and Marge and Oval and Justin. We all pet a sturgeon. And this is a river monster that will keep you out of the water. Not just a river monster, it's one of what, the top 4?
The primary human activity that threaten white sturgeon in the wild are direct habitat loss, river regulation, the harvest of prey, the introduction of invasive
This is just a Wikipedia. You're just reading a Wikipedia article to me. Why are you telling me the things that are primarily threatening the white sturgeon from human interactions in a video called 10 River Mons?
native fish species, direct and indirect harvest.
You don't
and
know
the
what that means. If I go to this person right now who wrote this script and ask, what does direct and indirect harvest mean? They could not give me a definition.
White sturgeon also play a role in sport fishing in the Pacific Northwest. While closed to retention in the Columbia River Basin,
Zach,
catch
I
and-
was reading the Wikipedia article for Arapaima earlier and he quoted it word for word. Yeah. No, straight up, they're just reading sections of the Wikipedia article or some other source. That's just exactly what's going on.
Release fishing is allowed, with enough popularity for guiding services to offer.
Didn't we click on this video because it had a sailfish and combined with a velociraptor? When are we going to learn about that fish?
Number 2, Wels catfish. In April 2009, an Australian fisherman was allegedly attacked by a catfish in one of the fishing lakes in Pear, near Győr, Hungary. However, the man reportedly managed to break free. Number 1,
No
bull
shot.
shark.
You got attacked by something that weighs that much, has that much strength, and you managed to get free. That shit either didn't happen or you're dead. No shot.
They are medium-sized sharks with thick, stout bodies and long pectoral fins. They are gray on top and
I've
white
been
below,
clickbaited.
and the fins have dark tips. The world is full of scary monsters. There's something about being in the water that feels...
Wow. That was so disappointing. Can I see the thumbnail again? This is... Look at this. This is so disappointing. Where is this thing? Where is the velociraptor sailfish in the ocean? I wanted to know about it. I just watched an entire video that just listed actual fish. Yeah, this is a much higher resolution than the photo around it. It's also a completely made up creature in a ocean when the video is about rivers, so it could not be worse.